Joan. I'm the designer behind Paper Moon Knits, and I'm back today with the final technique video in the series for the Knots and Dots Pullover Knit Along. The Knit Along is a collaboration I'm doing with LoveCrafts. We started in October of 2022, and we're wrapping it up at the end of the year, December 31st. If you want to catch up with the other videos in the series, there are 7 of them, and they are all particular to the Knots and Dots Pullover. You can find them on my YouTube channel. You also might find these technique videos very useful for your other knitting. So even though they're particular to the sweater, I think some of them really apply to, in fact, all of them really apply to other things in your knitting. And we have things like cabling without a cable needle and picking up stitches and all kinds of other things you might find useful. So I'm going to, this is the piece I'm working on right now, but I'm going to show you the applied I-cord in the finished sweater. So this is the finished, oops, oh, there go all my papers. This is the finished sweater, the Knots and Dots Pullover, and you can see that there is an applied I-cord around the neck. It gives it a really nice finish, and it's easy to work. So let's get started. I've picked up stitches all along the neckline. The pattern will tell you how many stitches to pick up in each part and then give you a final count. There is a video for picking up stitches, and I will link that in this video. So the first step to doing an applied I-cord, and I'm using a circular needle. You can also use double points to do applied I-cord, but I just prefer this method. So the first step to doing an applied I-cord after you pick up the stitches is to cast on a certain number of stitches. So I'm going to cast on 3 stitches using the backward loop method. So onto my right hand needle. So 1, and it's just a loop, 2, 3. And then I'm going to transfer them onto my left needle. All the strands, so I just skip the strand here. 1, 2, 3. It's important to do that because I want this working yarn to be coming from a stitch here in the middle. You can see that that last stitch that I cast on is now right in the middle here. And what I'm going to do to work the applied I-cord is I'm going to knit 2 stitches. So this working yarn is going to jump the gap between those stitches. So I'm going to work 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and then this 3rd stitch, I'm going to work a slip slip knit with the first pickup stitch, and that's going to join it to the neck. So I'm going to go slip as if to knit, slip as if to knit, and then knit them through the front here. And of course, in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit tight. Once you get rolling, it'll be good. Okay, so this is a little loose. I'm just going to pull on that thread a little bit to get it tighter. Okay, and then I'm going to transfer the stitches yet again to the left-hand needle. So this is going to be a repetitive thing all the way around the neckline. You're going to transfer the stitches. Let's do that again. You're going to knit 2, and then you're going to slip the first stitch as if to knit, slip the next pickup stitch as if to knit, and then knit them together. Transfer them back to the left-hand needle. Knit, knit, slip as if to knit, slip the next pickup stitch as if to knit, and then work them together. So I'm going to work a few more stitches of the I-cord, and I will be back to show you what that looks like. So knit, let's just do it one more time, knit, and then slip as if to knit, slip as if to knit, and work them together. Before I go here and take a little break so I can show you what it really looks like, you can see a couple of stitches are a little loose, and I have a thread that I used for picking up. You can just pull on that a little bit and I will tighten it up so you can see it starting to form, and I'm just going to come back and show you what that looks like when I've gotten a little farther along. Okay, so I'm back. I've worked I applied I-cord here. There's just one final thing I want to show you, and this is something I've learned from experience. You know, a slip knit is not as easy to work as a knit two together. So the tendency for knitters is when they get to this last stitch, and let's just transfer them back and just work another round of I-cord. So knit, knit. To take a shortcut, lots of knitters will say, well, I'll just knit them together. Why do I have to do a slip knit? But let's just try that knit two together to see what happens. Do you see how it actually drags the pickup over the I-cord, and it does not look as neat? So I'm just going to do another one just to show you how that looks. So knit, knit, and then let's knit these next two together so you can see what happens. So you can see that you're getting big gaping holes where the pickup is, not like these which lie flat. And the reason for that is that a knit two together leans to the right. And if we're leaning to the right and the second stitch is coming over the first stitch, then we're going to get these holes from the pickup. So let's just do the slip knit version of this. So knit, knit, and then slip, slip. And you can see that the I-cord side comes over the first, and we're not getting that gaping hole. We're getting a little bit of a hole because we did these two the wrong way. But you can see from the I-cord that I did that it's completely without holes. So I hope you've enjoyed the series. I may be back with just a few little bonus episodes, no promises. So check back often. I hope you'll join us. I really enjoyed doing the knit along series. It gave me some confidence that maybe I can do some other technique videos. Pop a comment if you'd like to see other techniques. I would be happy to do some of them when time allows. So thank you for joining. I'd love to see your knit along versions of the Knots and Dots Pullover. Tag me on Instagram at Paper Moon Knits. On Ravelry, I am Joan Forgione. Thank you.